So today what we're going to do is to create a tonal section of a shell. So these are the, if you remember, the shell drawings that we've already done the sections of. So you've got options. You can either enlarge one of those, or you can do a completely different shell. So on this one, I can see we're going to identify our tones. We've got medium, dark and light tones that we need to identify. I'll explain this more now. What we're actually going to be doing with these drawings is we're going to be creating some oil pastel sections, like a bit like Georgia O'Keeffe blow up sections in oil pastel, and I'll do another video on that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose my section of a shell that I'm going to do. So I'm going to use one of these fan-shaped shells. Okay, so I've got my fan-shaped shell, piece of paper, my sharpened pencil. I'm now showing you which section I'm going to be drawing, so it's the bottom section. Okay, so I'm going to start off with a few curved lines, just to give me a guideline. So there's some outer curved lines. And what you need to notice if you're drawing this shell is that all of the lines fan out from a point. I'll just illustrate this on the back. So you can see we've got all of them coming from that one point. You'll get a much more realistic shell if you do that. Okay, so we have to imagine that the bottom of the shell's not on the paper, and I'm just fanning from that point outwards to get my basic guidelines for where I'm going to be shading. So these are meant to replicate part of the shell. Next, I'm going to start adding my darkest tones in. So I'm really pressing quite hard with the pencil, and I'm just going to darken up those lines. So shading really, really dark, as hard as I can, because this is what we're going to end up with, as I've said, but I'm going to show you on the shell as well. So I'm going to shade really, really dark down the edges, because if you look at the shell, we've got some shading, some shadow on those lines, so it goes lighter and darker in various parts. So you really do need to look at your shell when you're doing this to see where the light and dark is. Otherwise, you'll end up with something that's not quite right. So I'm pressing as hard as I can, and now I'm not pressing as hard. So I'm varying my pencil pressure using the side of my pencil to get a lighter tone. Okay, so again, I'm darkening up my lines. Okay. And then I'm going lighter pencil pressure to achieve that lighter tone with the side of my pencil. Okay. So the tones I'm actually trying to create here are a lighter, a medium and a darkest tone. So the darkest tone should be pressing as hard as you can with your pencil. Okay, your second tone is a medium, so it's pressing quite hard, but not as hard. And then a lighter pressure for your lightest tone. Okay, so I'm just tidying that up a little bit, and then I'm going to finish it off. Right, so here's my finished product. I've got three different tones on my page. I've got my dark, my medium and my light in the right place because I've looked at the shell. Just tidying that up, and that is your drawing, your preparatory drawing for your oil pastel piece.